this festival has now grown to a 2-day festival over several different venues, over the Midway Plaisance, the Logan Center, so many.
Yeah.
There's like, how many? Like 13 venues, right? And now it's expected to be like 20,000 people this year. That's what you're shooting for. And where do you see this place? Like, where do you see it growing from here? What do you like?
The festival?
Yeah. Do you see it?
Well, it's interesting because, in a sense, it's a super interesting question because in a sense there is like a line of diminishing return.
Right.
Because you can only have so many shows in one day.
Right.
That do not run into each other, where there's not congestion of performance. Like the biggest criticism we got last year was that 2 shows were at the same time that people wanted to see both acts, right? So at some point you're going to keep running into that over and over. Now, am I going to really worry about that problem? People having too much to go to? No.
Like
but it is something to think through when you think through what you're actually doing and how many audiences you could split, right?
Right.
And then also there's a capacity issue around certain venues too. So for us, the most important thing is to keep growing the Midway because that's limitless. We can keep pushing that back, if we want. And that's kind of where we have a growth potential because all the other venues are full.
Right. There's only so much you can.
And I can keep adding venues, but again, then it's like all of a sudden you've got 4 shows at 3:00, and people are saying to me, "Well, how am I going to do that?"
Right.
So there are these really interesting capacity questions that you need to think through in terms of the audience versus what you can do and how much time and. I don't want to add Ferris Wheels or, you just have to
But
think.
that's perfect.
What's realistic. I'm not opposed to Ferris Wheels,
We
but.
created the Ferris Wheels.